Hello everybody, welcome to this episode of Coffee Breaks with Bree. I haven't created a video in my car in a really long time, so I feel like the way my camera is set up right now, I can see my screen above my camera and it doesn't look great to me, but this is what we're working with today, so we're just gonna have to roll with it, okay? So after hearing the weather report today here in Massachusetts, in my area, we're gonna get a little bit of snow. Now, not a lot, not a blizzard, not like 5 feet, but we're gonna get a couple of inches, and I decided it's finally time to make a review on this coffee that I've been getting at Dunkin for weeks now, and I wasn't going to make a review on it, but after I saw the weather report and was having a craving, I was like, might as well share it with you guys here. I am wearing my sweatshirt. You can't really see it. It does say Meowie Christmas on it. It's totally perfect for me being a crazy cat lady. I figured for the purpose of this video, since we're getting close to the holidays, the coffee I'm reviewing is here for the holiday season and for the winter. And, you know, whatever. It was just a great time to wear my Meowie Christmas sweaters. The coffee I'm going to be reviewing today is actually the Cookie Butter Cold Brew from Dunkin' Donuts, and it does have cookie butter cold foam on the top. Now, it is a little hard for you guys to see the cookie butter, so I'm actually going to move my camera real quick. So there is the cookie butter cold foam on the top. It's beautiful. I personally think it looks very appetizing, and I also like the fact that it has those little cookie pieces on there. All right, we're putting the camera back though, so now we can chat a little bit more about the coffee. So today I just ended up getting a small cookie butter cold brew with the cold foam and a little bit of milk, just a splash of milk in there. As you can see on the bottom of my coffee too, this is actually a first. I've never seen this before. My guess is that they just didn't like mix it up, but it looks like there is something settling on the bottom, which I believe is probably just the cookie butter flavoring that's in that coffee. So it does look like it's settling. I wish I had something to mix it with, but I don't want to ruin the cold foam on the top because then it would all just sink in and I wouldn't really be able to give you guys a full review on what's happening. All right, it's that time. Let's get to sipping. Whoa. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think this is my favorite part of the coffee, is like the first sip. I mean, it really is every day, but with this one, I'm not gonna lie, it's so strong that it almost just kicks you in the face. Hits you in the face. I don't know. Something like that. But the flavor is definitely very strong. I don't know if it's just the cold brew itself, because I personally am not a cold brew person. I don't drink it all the time. So I'm guessing it could just be that powerful, bold flavor of the cold brew. But I don't know. Whew. All right, we're going in for another sip. Oh my god, it's so good. It definitely wakes up your taste buds too, because when I sip it, I get this overpowering feeling in the back of my mouth. It definitely wakes your taste buds up. So the iced coffee itself is definitely very bold. It has a really nice flavor to it. And then with the cold foam on top, the cold foam is it's sweet. It is very creamy. It does have a very nice texture to it. I do think it complements the bold cold brew flavor as well. It goes really well together. And the little cookie crumbs on the top, other than being adorable, I do wish there were maybe a couple of sprinkles in there with it, but it's totally fine. Could add those on your own if you really wanted to. But I do think those are kind of like a gingerbread flavoring. Don't hate me in the comments if I'm wrong, but personally, every time I've had that, that's the flavor I get from the little cookie pieces on top. It's kind of like a gingerbread flavor. So regardless if it's gingerbread or not, it's delicious. I absolutely love it. And it's one of the reasons I keep coming back for more. I am obsessed. I've had multiple people actually ask me oh, I'm going to Dunk's today. What's a suggestion for coffee? Which is cool that people actually, for some reason, trust me, I guess, when ordering a coffee. Now, my coffee flavors, my personal favorite coffee is kind of a bland coffee or just a little bit of vanilla. Someone the other day actually asked me, hey, I'm going to Dunk's, what should I get? And I told them to get this. I do want to warn you though, fair warning, I probably should have told them this. It can be pricey. I did pay $4 for this, which I personally do think is expensive. I feel like $4 is definitely a little pricey for a small. I can only imagine if I was to get a medium or a large, how expensive it would probably be. So definitely keep that in mind if you decide that you want to go ahead and try this out for yourself. I do also want to let you know that it is very sweet. So if you are someone who's not really into like those sweet flavors in your coffee, you might not like this very much, but hey, maybe it's worth giving it a try. I personally think it is. It's delicious. I am completely obsessed with it. There was one week where I think I almost got one every single day, and that's expensive. Let's be real. That's very expensive. It's almost like drinking Starbucks every day, which every now and then we go through our binges of Starbucks, but a couple weeks ago I was drinking this almost every day, and with it being expensive, it's also very addicting. And again, I cannot tell if it's the cold brew flavor that I really enjoy, if it's the fact that it's a sweetened coffee and it's something I rarely get, and it has like that sweet gingerbread, kind of spicy, sweet gingerbread taste, or if it's just the cold foam. Because as you're holding your coffee, you can see the cold foam on the top, but it will slowly start to, sink in, seep in. I don't know, but it will slowly start to mix in with your coffee. There we go. And this on the bottom, I really should mix, but again, I'm in my car, I don't have a spoon. And I could shake it like this, but I don't want to ruin the beautiful cold foam on the top. So do want to try to get a little bit of the gingerbread on top while making this video. So I don't really know if I can, but I'm gonna try. Oh, that was a hard piece. You may be like, why would you want pieces of cookie on your coffee? It's gonna get soggy. Now, I did think of that at first. I did. I thought about how you have these little pieces of cookie, they're in a liquid, they're gonna get soggy, that's kind of gross. Like, I knew somebody who was grossed out by anything that got soggy and like literally would make them sick. But I did think about that at first, but it's honestly not terrible. Actually, like, just kind of disintegrates into the coffee, and I think it honestly just adds to more of the flavor. You don't even notice that the cookie has disintegrated in there. It just kind of happens on its own. So I personally don't think it's really gross. I think it adds maybe even a little more flavor, and again, you don't even notice it. So if you're somebody who's a little cautious thinking about, ew, soggy cookie in my coffee, you don't notice it, so you don't have to be afraid of that either. This coffee, honestly, as someone who doesn't like the sweet coffees, I'm going to rate this a 10 out of 10. Now I know you're probably like, oh, 10 out of 10, like that is a high score. It's delicious. I don't even have any other words to describe other than it's delicious, it's addicting, and honestly, I do think this is one of my absolute favorite coffees that I have reviewed here on my channel. Now that I've been sipping it, and you can kind of see that the cold foam itself is disappearing. There are still a couple of cookies on the top, which you can't really, oh, you might be able to see a piece there. I think I'm just gonna give it a little mixy mix. Oh, it's working. The flavor of that darker color, the flavor on the bottom, I think is finally going away. Oh, actually, this is interesting too. If you guys can see that, you can kind of see, I'll put it just closer to the camera, you can kind of see the pieces of the gingerbread cookie that are actually at the bottom of my coffee now. Again, don't be grossed out. I promise it's not disgusting having those little pieces on the bottom. You don't even notice. I swear, I promise you won't even notice. And if you do, if you try this and you're like, girl, I noticed the pieces of gingerbread floating around in there, let me know. Because maybe I've just been lucky and all of my pieces have disintegrated into literal just coffee. But let me know, let me know. With it all like really mixed up now, let's take another sip and I'll give you guys more of a review on what I think now with it really mixed in there. Definitely much sweeter now. Whoo, mama. It's definitely much sweeter. Whoa. With that flavoring that was stuck on the bottom. Having it mixed in there, it makes it sweeter and definitely a stronger cookie flavor, but it's delicious. Oh my lord. This is also totally not sponsored, but I'm just gonna give a shout out to the company JavaSock. I have given them a shout out on here before on my channel, but I have to get my JavaSock out for my iced coffees, especially in the summer. And right now, like, my fingers are getting cold. You've probably noticed me going like this, like switching back and forth. But again, not sponsored. This is my JavaSock, and it's made out of like, I don't even know, some stretchy material that keeps your coffee cold for literally ever. And I tend to use it a lot because, again, in the summer when your coffee is sweating and it's getting all over your hands, it's gross. And this protects it from doing so. It also keeps it colder for longer. And in the winter, if you're like me and you tend to get iced coffees, here I feel like in Massachusetts and Boston, we always have our Dunkin' Donuts. Like, they make jokes about us all the time. Java sock to keep their hands warm when holding their iced coffee. So Java sock is amazing. Definitely check them out online. I have only bought this one, and I have been getting them for other people over the years, but I'm looking into getting more. They have a bunch of really cute designs. The prices are really good. Honestly, not too expensive. So if you're interested in getting something to keep your coffee a little bit colder, you should check out Java Sock. All right, my coffee peeps. Since it's getting chilly in my car, my hands are now cold. It is time to go inside. But I did just want to say this coffee is absolutely delicious. If you are interested in trying it out, I totally think you should. Go to your nearest Dunks and get yourself a cookie butter cold brew with cold foam on the top. You will not be let down, I promise. Especially if you're someone who likes sweetened flavors in your coffees, you will not be let down. So you should check this out. Try it out. If you have tried it, because it has been out for a while, again, I apologize, it's a late video. If you've tried it out, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of the cookie butter cold brew. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that little red subscribe button down below. Come join my YouTube fam and hang out for more videos in the future. If you're new, you might not know that on this channel, I don't only review coffee. I do like to make reviews on face masks, beauty products, different types of makeup, and I also do like to make different vacation vlogs and just other little videos that go along with life, kind of like a lifestyle folder of videos that I like to make. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe, come back for more, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.